Okay, let's go.
All right, let's jump right in. We're not just going to talk about being tougher. Today, we are going to lay out the blueprint for building an unbreakable mind, one that's been forged in fire, not just gifted by luck, and is ready for absolutely anything. I mean, have you ever really stopped and wondered about this? It's a huge question, right? Some people seem to get stronger when things get hard, while others fall apart. Well, the answer isn't magic, and it's definitely not luck. It's mental strength. And here's the best part. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained, it can be built, and it can be forged by anyone willing to do the work. So you can really think of life as offering two different paths, and this slide breaks it down perfectly. On the left, you've got the life spent seeking comfort, avoiding anything hard, making excuses, and let's be honest, it leads to stagnation. But on the right, that's the path to forging strength. It's all about embracing challenges, building real grit, and experiencing massive growth. This whole explainer is about making that leap from the left side to the right. Okay, so the very first step is a complete flip of the script inside your head. You have to stop wishing life was easier and start deciding to be stronger. And here's the key idea. Your challenges are not punishments. They're your personal training ground. They are your gym. Think about your mind exactly like a muscle. You'd never expect to get stronger by lifting pillows, right? You have to lift heavy weights to grow. Well, your mind is the exact same way. If you live your whole life in your comfort zone, you stay weak. Then, when life inevitably punches you in the mouth, you shatter. Real, true mental toughness is what gets built in that fire of pain and difficulty. This quote right here just nails it. It's not about how you perform when everything's going your way. It's about what you do in that moment when every single part of you is screaming to stop. And if there is one person who is the living, breathing embodiment of this idea, it's David Goggins. Now get this. Just to even get a chance to try out to be a Navy SEAL, Goggins had to lose over 100 pounds in just 3 months. Most of us would hear that and say, no way, impossible. For him, that was just the warm-up. And what's so powerful about this is the journey. I mean, look at this. He went from being overweight, totally stuck in a dead-end job, to putting himself through hell with daily training, becoming a Navy SEAL, and then becoming this world-class endurance legend. His story is the ultimate proof that the limits we think we have, they're mostly just in our own heads. Okay, so you want to be unshakable. The first thing we have to do is some house cleaning. We have to cut out the dead weight. We have to slay those inner dragons, the habits that are holding you back and keeping you weak right now. Let's get right into them. There are 3 habits you need to stop, like today. First, stop complaining. Every time you complain, you are literally giving your personal power away. You're casting yourself as a victim. It changes nothing. Second, stop chasing comfort. You have to understand this. Growth and comfort cannot exist in the same space. To get stronger, you have to choose discomfort. And third, stop making excuses. Excuses are just well-dressed lies that we tell ourselves to feel better about staying right where we are. So now that we've cleared the foundation of all that junk, it's time to build, because mental toughness doesn't just happen to you. It is forged, one decision at a time, one day at a time, brick by painful brick. So here it is, your daily mental workout. Start with cold showers. Why? Because it trains your brain to do things that suck first thing in the morning. Commit to physical exercise. You can't have a sharp mind and a weak body. Practice meditation to build that focus and emotional control. And finally, this is a big one. Do one hard thing every single day. Train yourself to do hard things by actually doing hard things. Let's be real for a second. Life is a battlefield. It is going to throw chaos and pressure and failure right at you. The question isn't if it's going to happen, it's how are you going to handle it when it does? This slide right here, this is the secret weapon of the mentally strong. They don't react, they respond. See, reacting is all emotion. It's impulsive, it's panicked, and it almost always makes things worse. Responding is calm, it's intentional, and it keeps you in control. It's the difference between being a slave to your emotions and being the master of them. Okay, but how do you actually do that in the heat of the moment? There's a simple trick, and it's neurologically powerful. It's called the pause. When chaos hits, your brain's alarm system, that fight or flight response, it wants to hijack everything. Your job is to just stop. You pause. You take a breath. You count to 5.
That tiny little gap is just enough time for your rational brain to come back online. In that little space, that's where you take your power back.
Now, let's talk about the big one. Failure. Most people spend their entire lives running from it, but the mentally strong, they understand this quote in their bones. Failure is not a stop sign. It's feedback. It's data. It is an opportunity to learn, to adjust your course, and to come back even stronger than before.
And I mean, just look at this list. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he created. Oprah was told she was unfit for TV. Their failures didn't bury them. Their failures forged them. This isn't the exception to the rule. For high achievers, this is the rule.
So really, it all boils down to the questions you're asking yourself. The victim mindset always asks, why is this happening to me? It's a question that leads straight to powerlessness. But the victor mindset asks a different question. What can I do now? That simple shift puts you right back in the driver's seat, focusing on your next move, which is the only thing you ever really control. And this brings us to what might be the single most important idea in this entire explainer. We live in a culture that worships motivation, but here's the hard truth. Motivation is garbage. It's a feeling. It's a chemical cocktail in your brain that comes and goes. Discipline is a system. It's doing what you said you would do long after the feeling you set it in has left. Motivation is a sparkler. It's exciting for a moment. Then it's gone. Discipline is the sun. It just shows up every single day. So let's bring this all home. Everything we've talked about, all the tools, the mindset, the strength, it's not something you need to go find. It is already inside of you. But just listening to this, that isn't enough. This right here, right now, this is your moment to decide.
You have a choice, and it's laid out right here in black and white. You can click away from this and go right back to the easy path, the path of comfort, excuses, and staying exactly where you are. Or you can choose the strong path, the path of discomfort, action, and real powerful growth. So it all comes down to this one question. Your future self is waiting to see what you'll do. The decision is yours and yours alone. What will you do now?